everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is Shalina Diva, the purpose driven diva, you guys, and I'm super duper excited. I'm so excited about coming live with you here today. Charged up. I'm ready to go. Okay, everybody, I'm so charged up. I'm ready to go. I just spoke at Side Gig Con. I taught them how to create content that gets them paid. So, I love to teach about content and how to create it and all that good stuff. So, I just finished with that. That was an amazing experience. And so, I'm excited about that, but I'm fired up, right? And I'm ready to go. So I literally just got finished teaching a workshop and now I'm going live, okay? Because it's something that I want to share with you all. So if you're tuning in, y'all know how I do. I'm very interactive. Say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Drop your website link so we can all support you and find out who you are, okay? Okay. All right, so those of you who know me, I'm Shalina Diva, the purpose-driven diva. Those of you who don't, you know, well, you don't know, but I show women how to discover, invest, value, and appreciate their lives and business. And through my company best-selling year, we show you how to take what you know, whether it's a formal education from college or grad school or just higher education, whether it is the skill sets you've gleaned from corporate America over the years, or if it's the valuable life lessons that you've learned from all the obstacles that you've overcome. If you have a desire to have a great impact and to earn great income, teaching people what you know, then I am the person for you. I'll show you how to take your knowledge and turn it into cash, baby. Okay. And I do that by showing you how to build an online school and to create classes that get you paid, classes that help people. There's a way that you should teach, right? So I help you to do that through my company, Best Selling Year. We help you to build a profitable personal brand. We also help you to create content marketing that positions you as an expert and gets you paid. And the third thing is those digital products that you can sell. Wrap all your knowledge up. We package up your brilliance, show you how to teach so that you can earn that in your sleep money. How many of you want to earn that in your sleep money? All right. If you want to learn that in your sleep money, type that. All right. Hey, Makai. Hey, hon. We're at Hershey Park. So I stayed back today so I could do this conference. But they're at Hershey Park. We miss you. Um, Tamika says, LOL, I definitely need to go bookmark watching this for later. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Tamika. That's my girl from Duke. She's always supporting me. Thank you, Tamika. So let me hop into it and let me get to it, okay? New coaches or even coaches who've been on the scene and you're not having the impact or the income that you want. One of the problems is this, and y'all call it being stuck or being all over the place. No, you're all over the place. And then that causes you to be stuck. And that causes you not to have a great impact and not to have good income. So if you can relate to being stuck, or if you can relate to being all over the place, type place, PLACE in the comments. Type place in the comments so I know what I'm working with and all that good stuff. Okay. Hey Jerry. Hey Jerry. Jerry, tell them about the upcoming class that you have. Is it? Oh, it's in 2 days. So on Monday, is it? Make sure you put the link to your class, okay, Jerry? Shout out to Jerry. She's one of my students in the Build Your Online School. All right. So how many of you are like Shalina? I am all over the place, girl. Listen, I'm a wreck. I'm all over the place. If that's you, type place in the comments. So I get that a lot with new coaches or coaches who, like I said, have been on the scene and are not earning the money that they want to earn. And I want to position this in a different way, one to encourage you and one to help you move beyond this chaos, to move beyond being stuck and to move beyond just being all over the place. Okay. I want to enlighten you about something. Okay. So it was actually, hey, Felicia. All right, so Felicia's listening at the gym. Hey, Felicia. All right, so Erica said, so Erica, you feel like you're all over the place? That's all right. If you do, that's a good thing. Hey, I'm not a coach, but I plan on starting an online hair school and I'm all over the place. Listen, I got you with the online hair. Listen, you got that online hair school, girl. I got you. I definitely got you. And I can help you with that. Shakima says, hey, Shalini, you did awesome and love your new look. Thank you so much, Shakima. She was just with me over at SigetCon. All right. So this is Jerry's new class. So check that out. Take that out. Check it out so you can check it out. All right. So let me get to it because I know y'all want to know, right? Okay. So right, as I told my nephew, right now I'm in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So normally, I do the virtual backdrops and all that. And I can't do it right now because I don't have my studio set up, but that's all right. So I'm in Hershey Park, and it's important because my sister and her fiance and the whole family were here, and my future brother-in-law. The beauty is, well, he is an electrician, and he works for yeah, he's an electrician, and so we one day, I think it was like the last time we were here, he was explaining electricity to me. And I was like, okay, electricity. And so, did you guys know that there's a difference between energy and electricity? I didn't know. I thought it was all the same thing. So anyway, he was talking. Oh, I know how it came up. I told him how a girl a couple of weeks ago, she was simply walking down the street near a loose, a hanging wire, and she got electrocuted, like zoink, and like the ambulance and all that came. And I was like, it's weird. She didn't step on it. She was nowhere near it. He said, did you know that electricity can jump up to 6 feet? I said, no, I ain't know that. I thought you had to step on it. Or he said, no, electricity can jump 6 feet into a conductor. And so we as humans, because we have water, electricity sees us as conductors. And so it could be a live wire. You're like within the 6 feet, right? You're walking by it. That electricity senses you're a conductor. It will leap 6 feet, zoink you, and then it hits the ground where it dies. He said, because it's looking for a conductor so it can be grounded. I said, oh no, whoa, wait now. I can, as long as I'm 6 feet, he said, electricity can jump. How many of you knew that electricity can jump? How many of you knew that electricity can jump? It can. And he said it's looking for a conductor. And then once it gets into your body, because we have water, it hits the ground and it dies. He said, you ever see the electricity coming from the sky? You ever notice how when it comes down, it's looking for a target so it can ground. So usually it hit a tree first and then it boom. Once it hits the earth, that's what it's looking for. It's dead. It's grounded. I said, okay, bro, this is kind of deep. And then he said, well, that kind of electricity is very powerful. He was like, it can really kill you. He said, well, that is what you call alternating currents. It's like when it's alternating and it's looking for a conductor, it's looking for a place to go so it can be grounded. I said, that's deep, bro. Then he was like, there's AC, that's alternating current. He said, and then there's DC, that's direct current. He said, that's direct current is where he said, you put your appliances in the wall and you put your appliance in the wall, you charge it to your phone and you're able to use your phone and the voltage is regulated. He said, that type of voltage, it'll hurt you, but it won't kill you. He said, but it's directed. Therefore, it's called direct current. So I'm like, wow, bro, that's pretty deep. And it made me think of some of my clients that I meet, full of ideas, full of creativity. You want to help this person, you want to help that person. You could teach this, you could teach that. You're like alternating currents. And you need electricity, but this is the all over the place. It's alternating. You're all over the place, right? And it's dangerous because it's too powerful. And if it hits someone, you can, so instead of you being an alternating current, you want to do this, do that, too afraid to make a decision, too afraid to start one place, too afraid to look like you're starting over from the beginning. Why don't you become a direct current? You're more streamlined. You're more focused. You're not afraid to just try one thing until it works. You're not afraid to just focus on one area. That's the problem many of you have. You're not focused. You're too afraid, and it's like, oh, but Shalina, let me give you examples. One of my greatest students, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. When I first met her, I said, Stevie, when I look at you, you're like electricity that's just like all over, just all over the place. Now, Dr. Stevie is, instead of AC, she's DC. She's a direct current. Her electricity is focused. It serves a purpose. But too many of you are afraid to make a decision, afraid to focus on one area first, and you're trying to do all this stuff and you're not being effective. Does this make sense to anyone? Does this make sense to anyone? Because I can't read these comments. I promise you I can't read these comments. Shakima says, didn't know it. Oh, you didn't know that about electricity, Shakima? Yeah, zoink. It will zoink you. And so by my brother-in-law, my future brother-in-law teaching me that, I said, that describes a lot of my clients. Just an alternating current. You just looking for something. And sometimes when people are alternating, it's like they just looking to make a quick buck, or they just looking, and it's like, no, the people who slow down, the people who figure out their strengths, the people who take the time out to invest in to figure out who their ideal clients are, the people who will stick with something for at least 90 days, that's the direct current. So when you put the adapter in the wall, and it'll charge up your phone. That's the purpose. How many of you listening to me are like, Shalina, listen, this is what happened. So, okay, let's talk about Dr. Stevie. So with Dr. Stevie, right, you all, she could do all these different things. And I'm like, see, when you do all those different things, you do confuse people. I'm not saying she did, but I'm just saying when you do a lot of things, you confuse people and they don't know what to go to you for. Now, there is a way that you can, if you want to do personal development and business development, there's a way to bridge those. I specialize in that in a product I have called your unique branded coaching system. There's a way to do that easily, right? But y'all are doing too many different things and it's disjointed. And people are like, well, what is she known for? Like, let me ask you, if you need to get your tire fixed, are you going to go to the donut shop that fixes tires and sells Christmas trees? Or are you going to go to the tire place? Tire place may cost more, but I mean, at least I won't get glazed donut on my tire. Like, come on. Some of y'all trying to be too many things to too many people. And for me, when I started streamlining, when I started getting focused, and I said, you know what? I do predominantly help women. I do. But also, you guys, I decided I'm focusing on new coaches. And also coaches who have been in the game, but they're not earning the money. They're not streamlined. They basically sort of kind of new because they all got to learn the same things. I decided to stop being like all these other coaches. And I said, let me help people build a foundation. And so even on this title, I say new coaches. New coaches. So I'm talking to you. I'm being a direct current. Some of you, and it's like you have to make a choice. And here's the thing. So with Dr. Stevie, once we got her streamlined and she became more clear that visibility is her thing, and she also does some PR, her income shot through the roof. Since working with me, she will cross over, we believe, $20,000 by July 25th. That's 2 months of working with me, $20,000. We have Shakima S. Perry. By the 2-month mark for her, she'll be over. What are you? Oh, she's already over $2,000. She's a brand new coach, but I make them focus. I make them streamline. And this is the thing too. I have another client who's extremely successful. And when she first came to me, so when you come to me, I want to show you how to get to the bag. I want to show you how to earn money because to me, you earn as a result of serving. Get that right about me. Service comes before anything with me. But the money I have in the bank is a direct correlation of my service. Some of you can be like, well, Shalene, I'm out serving and I don't earn money. You're not serving correctly. Because when you serve, you should earn. It's not like, no, when I serve, I earn. They go together to me. So a lot of them, that's my thing. And I want to help you to earn quickly. And there's a way it must be done. So I had one client, author D Johnson. And so when D came to me, she wanted to do this thing called Wife Nation. And it was helping wives to build their marriages and all that. I said, look, I have 30 days with you. I took a look at her content. I said, this is going to take longer because your content is not what it should be right now, right? Your content is not what it should be. And then I'm like, it's just going to take a longer time to convince people. So we looked at her skill sets. I said, listen, let's take a gander at your skill sets. So we looked at what she can do, and Dee has written multiple books. She's a therapist. She's written multiple books. And most importantly, she has social proof. Type down social proof in the comments, right? She has social proof. So she has pictures of her at book signings, her own book signings, pictures of her speaking, pictures of her speaking about the book. She had all of the things that we would need to convince people that she really does this thing she knows what she's talking about. I said, D, can you trust me? She's like, okay, I trust you. I said, listen, I'm not saying you can't do Wife Nation. What I'm saying is for these 30 days that we're together, I want you to focus on the publishing side because you have more things lined up and set up that you can earn money. She said, I trust you. In 30 days, Dee earned $2,000. She's like, this is the most I ever earned in my business up until that point. She's earned a lot of money since then, right? But my point I'm saying to you is a lot of you wouldn't trust me because you're like, no, like, I want to do Wife Nation too, and you're taking this away from me. And then it's like, but you can do the book too. No, I won't do the books because I want to. It's like, listen, first of all, it's about you serving people and getting paid. I know what it takes to earn money. I know what it takes for other people to earn money. I have a proven track record. Let's go with what's easiest for you to sell because you have social proof, you have content, you have credibility. Some of you are trying to sell things you have no credibility in. So if you have no credibility, put that on it, put it to the side because you're wasting time and you're not thinking clearly. Like I want to save the dolphin, Shalene. That is my first class I always wanted to do. I'm like, okay. I go to your IG, I go to your YouTube, I go to Facebook. Everywhere I go, I don't see nothing about no dolphins or you trying to save them. What games are you playing here? Oh, but in my heart, I pray to, honey, it's rules to this. You just can't, because you want to teach something, you're going to teach it. Okay, you could teach it, but do you want people to buy it? That's where I come in, because I'm going to help you have a best-selling year. But if you don't, like, you want to teach the whales and the dolphins, but nothing about you says whales or dolphins on none of your content. No testimonials or anything. So I'm like, okay, listen, I'm going to show you what you need to do to build up the whales and dolphins, but can you put that to the side? And then, okay, the thing the thing that you like, see, what happens with a lot of you is you discount what you know, and you're too casual with yourself. So you're like, but that's stupid. Teaching people books like that's dumb. There's nothing sexy about that. The market is saturated. And I'm like, but you have all of the makings of it. You can put your own spin on it. Can you trust me? And when we go to your IG, your Facebook, and YouTube, you're actually talking about writing books. You're talking about your book sales, talking about people you've helped write books. You have you're like 50% of the way there. Then it just takes, will I trust? So did I say you could never teach about the whales? No. Put that down. Pick up that publishing, put your spin on it, and serve. That's the problem a lot of you have. And as a coach, I just stand up to people. And it's like, honey, ain't nothing about you say no whales and dolphins. So stop playing. Now, you can learn how to build social proof for the whales and the dolphins. And then people buy it. But until then, nobody's buying that. So this is how you stop being all over the place. You look at literally what's in your hands. And a lot of times what's in your hands, y'all disrespect it. You overlook it because it comes to you too easily. Don't nobody want to know about that. Actually, they do. And the things that come to you easiest, that's what you should be selling. And so what my clients, they listen to me. And Shakima, if Shakima's on the line, right? Shakima says, social proof is good. Shakima, didn't you listen to me? I tell them, teach something you can teach with your eyes closed. You have social proof and people need it. Shakima can teach a lot of stuff. But she says, you know what? I know exactly the class. I'm going to teach people how to raise their credit score because in the big scheme of starting your business and all that stuff, your credit is very important. It was one thing, one topic. She taught deep. She did extremely well with that class, her first class. And I teach my clients. And another thing, when y'all teach, people who are all over the place, their classes are all over the place. You leave people confused. People don't know what to do. They feel like they wasted their money. They ain't getting anything out of it because you're doing too much. Simplicity, being simple. So when you teach a class with me, one topic, and really feed people, really give people steps, really help people to like learn what it is you're trying to teach them. We don't do fluff over here. And then you teach them, and then guess what? You anticipate their need and you create an upsell. So you can show people, the next step that they're doing. This isn't bait and switch where you go to those conferences, you pay $1 million to get there. Then you be like, because they told you they're going to help you be a millionaire. and with the stuff they're going to teach you, they're just selling you everything and not really teaching you. Just like, oh, if you want to become a millionaire, you got to spend $50 million to get into this program. To me, that's bait and switch. I hate to see this in the industry. I hate it. We don't do that. We feed you. And the thing is, when people learn, you can't be all over the place teaching people stuff. They need step by step. And when you treat them good, you will have repeat buyers and you'll get unstuck. But you got to trust. So Shakima says, Shalina, I can't read. Shalina is the truth. Listen to everything she tells you. Yes, listen. Thank you, Shakima. When it comes to this online coaching for new people, I am the leading authority because I give you results quickly. But you gotta listen. You gotta stop thinking you need to be all things to all people. When I decided I'm focusing on new coaches, I don't pay new coaches and then those coaches who aren't having the impact and they need to be streamlined. They know I'm here for them and it's all good. I don't care about the other people. I'm not showing you how to scale a business. I'm helping you build a foundation. But y'all trying to be, and then you get attached to the money and then you're just chasing the money instead of chasing your purpose and your service. So if people come to me, Shalina, I want to learn Shopify. I don't do that. Let me see if one of my students do. Well, Shalina, I want to learn how to scale. Right now, I am not teaching that. And I'm okay with that. And by me, remember when we first began, AC, alternating currents, you're just everywhere. It is destructive. It's destructive to your credibility. It's destructive to your pockets and your bank account. But people don't know what you're there for. They're not going to purchase your stuff, right? So it's very destructive. And then you're not helping people. And you got people coming to you with stuff you really have no credibility in, and you doing stuff because it's popular. You want to be a direct current where you have a purpose and you're laser focused and you're not afraid to try things and you're not afraid to be coachable and listen. So this is how you stop being all over the place. And as I like to say, being disjointed. Stop being so disjointed, you guys. And just start focusing. And when you're in it, and like I tell Shakima in the beginning, when you're doing this, it will seem like, oh my gosh, you're still finding your way. But as you keep doing the work, their ideal client will be revealed to you, and you study your ideal client and you serve them. And you keep serving them and you keep being of service to them, and they will keep buying from you. I promise you, they will keep buying from you. And like I say, some of the things I teach is very popular. People like to hear it, but then there's other times where people are just like, you want me to give you like a silver bullet? Listen, there is no shortcut to success, not lasting success. So some of you just get clear. And here's a great way. Do you love to teach it? Even if you don't, I had some people, even though they didn't quite love it, they knew it so well. Can you teach it easily? Can you do it with your eyes closed? Do you have credibility? Do you have social proof of you doing it? Okay, do you have proof? And would you like to help someone by teaching them? If you answer yes to that, go there. But that credibility piece is huge. If you don't have credibility, leave it alone. That's why you're wasting your time. And when you put stuff out, people be like, girl, bye. What's she doing now? You have no credibility. That's what it is. All right. So I just wanted to hop on here and I just wanted to share that with you all because it's been on my heart. And since my brother-in-law taught me that lesson with AC/DC, I said, oh, and the fact that electricity it has to be grounded. So it needs a conductor. That's, it needs a conductor so it can, be grounded. Even that crazy electricity has a purpose though. All right, so Jerry says Shakima Perry did a great job with creating videos. Did you take her class? That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. And Erica says, yes, chase purpose. You must chase purpose. Because when you chase purpose, the money comes, honey. The money comes. And then when you learn who your ideal client is, they will purchase from you over and over and over and over again. I am proof of that. But the thing is, sometimes when you're all over the place, you don't learn to like, all right, I'm team too much. I need to just calm down. I need to slow down. And I need to really make sure people understand, you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying or what I'm doing, okay? Those people who end up doing that, they end up being wildly successful because they took the time to have purpose. and not just being all over the place. So how many of you have found this to be helpful? If you did, let me know if you found this to be helpful. So yes, so Jerry actually took Shakima's class. All right, all right, all right. Shakima, you're getting good reviews on that class. So let me show y'all that I know what the heck I'm talking about when it comes to doing the work, being led by service, not um chasing purpose and service and really trying to help people. Listen, I have repeat buyers out the wazoo. Do you hear me? If you look at my buyers here on the left, I have 189 customers. All I have. That's all I have. 189 customers, right? But look at the sales. 573 sales from 189 customers. Those are the kind of numbers you want. That means that people are buying like 4 and 5 products from me. That's what you want. I know what I'm talking about. Right? And I want the same thing for you, but I could only let me move it. I can only get there, y'all, by being focused, by being purposeful, by being led by service, by slowing it down, making sure people understand, making sure they get it. And see, some of you eyes probably went to the 80, was it $80,200? Your eyes probably went there. But you'll never get there if you don't do what's on the left. I have 189 customers and 573 sales. That's how you get to 80K. I did this since April the 12th. I did this since April the 12th. I know what I'm talking about. I got paid that social proof all day long. Social proof all day long. And I share that with you guys. This is possible. This thing right here is possible. You can do it too, but you'll never get to that. And as quickly as I did, you'll never get there if you're just all over the place. You're trying to be a people pleaser. You're following this strategy. You're following this coach. You're following this YouTube video. You're following that. You need to get yourself with a coach like moi, who will help you to get focused on your strengths, help you to get focused on how you can serve powerfully, masterfully, will teach you, okay, and will show you how to build your credibility, how to create classes that sell. Anybody can create a class, but will your class sell? One of my clients, his first class, he made $898 listening to me. Another client the other day, she has been struggling to earn money. She did what I told her to do. Have a nice intro class where you're teaching them, then offer an upsell. I'm the queen of upsells because people are always going to need more and they're going to want more. So she listened to me. I think her class was like $17 or something like that. The initial one. I think 31 people joined, purchased. 21 joined the class live. Remember, everybody doesn't always attend the class. And then of the 21, after she taught, she made an upsell of like $99. 11 of the 21 purchased. So in one night, she made over $1,000. Never had that kind of financial success before. But had she not listened to me and kept doing things her way or how she's seeing other people do it, she would not have had the success. So she was crying and crying because she was so happy. Finally. And people, I tell people, I don't go after likes. I go after stripes. That's stripe validations. Okay, y'all? Payments. I don't need people to validate me. You know, the only kind of validation I need is green validation, meaning when you buy my stuff, I don't need all that anymore because I'm about service and purpose. You can do it. But you got to trust and get focused, and you need to learn what it takes to sell. You need to learn what it takes to become a bestseller. There's a formula, there's a strategy. You got to be consistent. You got to I heard Bruce Lee say this years ago. Someone said that he said when students come to him, you know, they tell him he gets a glass. He used to get a glass and fill it with Pepsi or something dark. And he would tell them, this dark liquid, this is you and all your baggage and all your past experiences and all you think you know and all of what you think you heard. This is the dark liquid right here. He says, I need you to pour that out. Because some of y'all bring too much to a new situation. Some of y'all disrespectful to coaches, thinking you know everything. And my thing is, if you know, why you not crushing it? If you know what I know, why you not crushing it? Why aren't you at 6 figures yet? Why aren't you at multiple 6 figures? And it's like, so you know on an intellectual level, you don't know in reality. You haven't demonstrated it yet. Some of y'all need to pour out what you think you know, past and all that. Humble yourself. Become coachable and teachable. And listen. And then when you fill yourself up, you fill yourself with a clear liquid that's like water, where you're clear, and water takes the shape of the container. That's what some of y'all need. And I hope that this has encouraged some of you all, because listen, y'all are too brilliant, too amazing, too just powerful to be all over the place and stuck and helping no one. You're not helping anybody. Some of you might be too prideful. You don't want to learn. You don't want to invest, whatever. But that's not fair to the people who need you, because you want to be all over the place and you're not making any progress. That's not fair. But once you decide to humble yourself and learn, and you realize how it goes, look at all the lives you're going to impact. Because the thing is, you can't get to the money unless you get to the people. The people pay you the money. That's why, like I say, yeah, secure the bag, but I'm about service. Because if I can get to you, if I can, help you to see that I can help you and I can empower and inspire you, and you buy my product, then I get to the bag. But some of y'all trying to get to the bag and you're not serving anybody, you're not helping anybody, you're not nothing. How is that like that? How? How, Sway? So I want to encourage anybody, if you feel stuck, listen, it's because you have a lot in you. That's a great thing, but you can't have too much of a good thing, because it becomes a bad thing. Remember that electricity, that's AC going all over the place, is destructive. It's destructing your credibility. It's destroying your credibility. It's destroying your pockets. And it's destroying like lives, because it's people who need you. They don't need to hear from me. They need to hear from you. And you're not out there. And you're not, showing up the way you're supposed to. You're not creating the kind of products. You're not learning how to do any of that stuff. And you just stuck with all your talent as AC. Don't become AC, baby. Become DC. Become direct. All right, you guys. So does anybody have any questions for me? I want to see if you found value. Erica says value. This is helpful. All right. If this was helpful to you, if you found value, type a V in the comments. Type a V in the comments, you guys. V. And it doesn't have to be that hard. And this is something I shared at SideGateCon recently. Actually a few minutes ago. And this is something that dropped in my spirit. And this is mine. Y'all can repeat it, but this is mine. Is this: any dream, any goal that you have, it requires a 90-day non-refundable deposit. 90-day non-refundable deposit. Your dreams and your goals. What does that mean, Shalina? It means you need to be prepared to hit it. Touch your dream every day for 90 days. Some of you can't even make it a week. You can't even make it 2 days if people don't like your post. You've fallen out. It takes at least 90 days. 90 days. It takes that. So your dreams and it's a 90-day deposit that's due, no refunds. So if you can't even get 90 days, y'all, then hang it up. But if you want to, if you're like, oh my goodness, you really want to do it, at least 90 days. And then by then, the trick about 90 days is once you hit it for 90 days, you begin to see some movement. You just don't feel like stopping. And then it becomes a lifestyle. So I want to encourage everybody who feels like, listen, Shalina, I'm all over the place. You're all over the place because you got it going on. You're all over the place because you have talents and you're brilliant. Let me show you how to harness that energy, that electricity. Let me show you how to get some purpose. Let me show you how to create classes that not only just don't create a class that sells. Create a class that sells, because I'm going to help you to create your best selling year. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'm trying to pull it up over here on the comments, but it's not letting me. Does anybody have any more questions or any questions? Let me know. I'm going to check my Facebook to see. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. And listen, if you want to build an online school, don't even waste your time looking at any other program. Join my program. I'm going to show you how to build it in a week and start creating classes that sell within a week. Okay, you guys, listen. Don't even waste your time. Those of you on Facebook, you've been seeing me promoting this class. If you put together something, a class or something, and you're charging people, you need to get in my school. Learn how to do it the right way so you can get paid. There's no need. Let's get paid. Let's get paid. Let me see what I have. I'm trying to see if you guys have any comments. Shout out to the people on YouTube watching and all that good stuff. Let me see if I have any. So Shakima says she made $2,113 in less than 2 months working with me. Shout out to Shakima. Shout out to Shakima. I can't see any more comments, you guys, but just know if you have any questions for me, leave them. But if you're trying to build this online school, do it today. Do it today. And I feel like being generous. I feel like being generous. If you type in side gig in the promo, you guys, you will it won't even show up. But if you type in side gig, SIDEGIG, you can save $50 if you join the online school today. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my little getaway here at Hershey Park before the family comes back. I'll get some work done for some clients. But I appreciate you all. Please like, comment, and share this. And most importantly, get in the school. Get in the school, y'all. Get in the school. All right. So this is Shalina Diva, the Purpose Driven Diva, and I will see you on the other side. Be blessed.